everyone! So today is very exciting because in less than 1 week I will be going to the DFW Fiberfest and I am so excited. I had such a blast last year. It was my first time ever going to an event like that and it's amazing. I absolutely loved it. It was such a great time. There were so many amazing vendors last year. And I'm super excited about this year because there's a bunch of amazing vendors this year also. So I am so excited to go. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about what I am looking for at Fiberfest. Last year I did not do this, and so I'm going to try this year to kind of have more of a game plan. And also we're a little bit more limited on time, because I actually have something else to go to late afternoon in that evening. So we're literally going to be there when the doors open, and we have to leave by a very early afternoon, around lunchtime. So we're only going to have a couple hours to be able to actually spend, and it's a very big venue, so there's a lot to look around at. So we are coming up with a game plan so then I can see what exactly I want to buy, so that I can keep my eyes peeled for those items to help me make better decisions. Last year I got really overwhelmed because, like I said, I've never been to an event like that before, so seeing that many vendors and that much yarn was very overwhelming, and it took me a little bit to actually start buying yarn because there was so much to look at. So I actually wanted to start out with that, and then I'll show you what I did with my projects, share with you guys some other small things, but let's start off first with what am I looking for at the DFW Fiberfest of 2023. So I made a list on my phone. Where is it? There it is. And so first things first is I saw that Stephen West, he is doing another mystery knit along for a shawl. And I saw last year, I watched Nitty Natty, Natalie from Nitty Natty do hers, and I thought it was so cool and interesting. And even though I am probably not the biggest fan of his shawls, I think they're beautiful art pieces, Stephen West's shawls, and so I want to make one of my own, even though I'm not sure if I'm actually going to wear it. I think it'd be a beautiful piece just to have in my closet because they truly look like art. And whenever I say I'm not a fan of them, I just can't see myself wearing them. That's what I kind of mean by that. But I think I really just want to make it so that it's just a piece of art that is in my closet that I'm very proud of, and be able to learn some different and new techniques, which he incorporates in all of his shawls and his knit-alongs. So I'm very excited. With that being said, that's what I'm going to be looking for on this trip, is the yarn for the mystery shawl. So he says to pick out 4 gradient colors, working from a light color all the way up to a dark color, and there's 4 colors. So I am very excited. I'm not sure what color scheme I want to go with yet, but I'm going to keep my eyes peeled and see if maybe anybody has yarn that they actually made for it or have an idea, because since it just was kind of released and it doesn't start till October, I imagine there's people who are going to Fiberfest that are also going to be looking for the yarn for that project. So like I said, I've never made one before. This will be my first year doing it, but I am super excited, and I think I've actually convinced my mom to make it with me, so she's probably going to be looking for a gradient range of colors too. So I don't know what this hat is called. I'm going to have to find it. I saw it on Instagram, thought it was lovely, and you need 1 skein of sock yarn and 1 skein of mohair, and I just thought it was really pretty, and so I would like to buy a matching color of sock yarn and mohair to hold together for this beautiful hat. If I can find it, I will link it down below for you guys, so you guys, I just cannot remember the name off the top of my head, but it looked really pretty and it just inspired me, so that is what I want to find after that. Then I mentioned in my last video that Yarn Matter is going to be there, and I got some of her yarn from Hill Country Weavers. So I'm going to be definitely looking at her booth to see if she has any of the cream colored natural yarn. I want to get a couple skeins of that for a sweater so I can use my mini set for a beautiful striped sweater. So I'm going to kind of look at hers for that color and if anything else catches my eye. Okay, then I want to get a sock skein, sock yarn for socks. I actually want to make a pair of socks. I've not made a pair of socks in a very long time, so I want to see if I can find kind of a fall themed type colorway. I think that'd be really, really pretty. And then if anything, I might actually find one that's maybe Halloween themed just for the month of October, just because I think that'd be kind of cool, because those like oranges, black, purples, those type of colors are perfect for the month of October. So I might look for one of those, but I might not. But I'm really wanting to find like a fall color scheme that I can make in from now until like November-ish. There's no pressure type thing. But I've seen a lot of beautiful, beautiful themed, fall themed colors that are just gorgeous. And then I also want to find some skeins for a sweater. I'm not sure what sweater I want to make though. I'm kind of struggling trying to come up with what I want to make. So I'm just kind of looking on Ravelry and just kind of looking around to see if what looks like a sweater I would want to make and be able to buy the yarn for it. So I'm kind of keeping my eyes peeled on that one right now. I'm not really sure. Hopefully this week I'll have some time to sit down and look through and try to find some actual sweaters I want to make, find the yarn quality, and be able to put that in my notes so I can look for that while I am there. And then the last thing I'm going to be looking for are stitch markers. I love buying stitch markers because I just think they're fun. They add a little something to your knitting. So I am very excited about that also. So I'm going to keep my eyes open for some fun stitch markers. So that is what I'm looking for at Fiberfest this year. I'm trying to be a little bit more organized. My mom and I are actually going to be sitting down and looking at them. They actually released the map of where all the vendors are going to be at, and kind of mark where we want to go and kind of come up with a little bit of a better game plan, just because we're on a time crunch. If we were not on a time crunch, we would not be doing this, but since we are, we want to make sure we hit every spot and don't have any regret. So that is kind of why we're being a little more organized this year. But I'm super excited, and I am hoping to vlog a little bit while I'm there to kind of show you guys a little bit of the experience, and then also be able to show you guys what I get also. So yeah, I am very excited. Like I said, it's Friday that I'm going to be going, so I'm super, super pumped. But with that being said, I want to share with you guys what I worked on this past week. And I did not get a lot done. I'm kind of disappointed in myself because I was just not motivated to knit or crochet this week. I struggled just really picking up my projects in general, so I did not get a lot done. With my friend's baby blanket, I really did not get a lot done. All I got done was I finished up the yellow portion and I started the next color, which is blue. That is it. So this is how far I am on it. And I only had 2 rows to do of the yellow before I switched colors. So I did those 2 rows and then I started the blue. And like I said, have not done a whole lot with it, so I'm kind of disappointed in myself. I need to get better about it. And I actually forgot about my temperature blanket, which I also need to be working on. I am falling behind rather quickly on that one. I kind of feel like I have too many projects going on right now, and I get this way because I get bored, and then I start a project, I get bored, I start a project. And now I have a bunch of projects and they're just sitting around and I'm not working on them. So I think I need to actually kind of figure out a plan and try to start finishing projects before I am starting any new ones, and then really just have one main knitting and one main crochet, and maybe have one sweater but then maybe a hat or a pair of socks to go with it, so then have a smaller project also. But yeah, I'm very, very disappointed in myself with the blanket. I'm hoping this next week I'll have a lot more to share with you guys and it's not as disappointing as that. And also, with that being said, with the tank top that I've been working on, I also did not get very far on it. I am now at about 5 inches on it, so I don't know. I need to keep track of where I am at the beginning of the week, so then I actually know, like, how far did I get? So I'm at this length now. So not too bad. I'm kind of looking, I'm trying to figure out how long I want to make it. I was measuring it out on me earlier because they say to work for 12.5 inches, but I know whenever I block it, I'm going to get some growth there. So I might make it only, instead of 12.5 inches, I might cut a ½ an inch off and just make it the 12 inches because once I block it and everything, it should block out. But I'm still just kind of going back and forth on it, So we shall see, but I do really like it, and like I said, I need to get better about actually either writing down or marking on this where I'm at so I can see how much I'm actually doing a week. But yeah, so this is what it looks like. So it is super pretty. I really do like it. I love the color. I think it's gorgeous. So I am excited about it. I think once I start really getting rolling on it, I think once I actually get done with the body, the front and the back are not going to take me long at all. So I am excited about that. There's a little bit of motivation there, but I am very excited and very happy. I just need to keep better track of where I am at on it. Okay, so that is it for the knitting portion. Like I said, I've not done a whole lot this week, so I'm sorry about that. In my last video, I mentioned that I wanted to really enjoy fall this year, and I was trying to make actual practical steps on enjoying fall. So last week I said I was going to make a fall playlist, which I'm still in the middle of making, but for this week I wanted to buy some fall themed, fall scented, and fall themed candles. So I bought a few. I don't live by a Bath & Body Works, or I would have just went to a Bath & Body Works because they have amazing candles, especially the leaves candle is so good. So I just went to Walmart. I had a Walmart nearby, and so I went there and got some candles. I got 3 because I wanted one for each month, one for September, one from October, and one for November. Not December. I jumped a little too far ahead. I was thinking about Christmas. So the first one I got is the warm apple pie. So this one I'm going to be burning in the month of September, and it smells like baked apples, cinnamon, and spice. It smells exactly like that. It has such an amazing apple scent to it. So I am and I do like that they actually kind of did a printed look. It does remind me of them trying to do like a Bath & Body Works candle. So it is pretty. I do like it, and this will be the candle I'll be burning in the month of September. And then I got kind of a Halloween looking one for October, and this is apple pumpkin. So kind of going from the apple to more of the pumpkin-y type scent. So this is apple butter, cinnamon, and brown sugar. And this smells really, really good. This one does not have as strong of an apple scent to it. It does have more of that warm, I definitely smell the brown sugar in it. So this one I'm super excited. I thought the packaging of it was really cute and very, not too much Halloween, but a little bit there, and I do love the plaid and everything. And then for the month of November, I got pumpkin spice. So it is pumpkin, nutmeg, and cinnamon, and this one is a very classic pumpkin-y cinnamon. I don't really think I smell the nutmeg, but I could be smelling nutmeg and I just don't even realize it. So those are the candles that I got to help me get into the fall mode. Plus, where I live, it's starting to finally cool down. I live obviously in Texas because I've mentioned DFW, which is the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And so it's been very hot this summer. We have been over 100 for a very, very long time, and we've only had a couple days where we've had a break in the upper 90s, and we are just now finally going in. Today I think we're 96, and then we're going to be going down to the 80s and low 90s. I am so excited. I know that probably does not sound like fall to a lot of people, but to us here, it's starting to feel like fall here because we're actually cooling down, and you can go outside without feeling like your blood's about to boil because it's so hot outside. And so I'm very excited to be able to knit outside and enjoy being outside again. I really miss spending outside time in nature. It's really taken a toll on me, so I'm very excited. I get to go on walks again, and I don't feel like I'm going to have a heat stroke. So it's very exciting here in Texas. I know a lot of people are probably like, wow, that is still really, really hot outside, but it's such a break. You don't realize how hot it is until it starts cooling down. Even the upper 90s feel cool to me because it has been so hot outside. But yes, so I'm very excited, very, very relieved. And then the last thing I want to talk to you guys about was in my last video, I talked to you guys about what I'm currently reading. And I finished up the Knitting Mystery, and I did like it. I would give it probably 4 stars out of 5. It was like I called it my comfy read. It was a very clean book. It was a really simple, but I liked the mystery, and it was just, like I said, a cozy read. It wasn't very graphic, nothing like that. It was just very clean, very happy ending. It was very good. So this week I am actually reading The Wish by Nicholas Sparks. I've already started it. I'm a huge Nicholas Sparks fan. I'm not a big, as in like I follow everything he does. I more just enjoy his books. And I had not read one of his books in a very long time. And my favorite Nicholas Sparks book is actually Safe Haven. That is such a good book. And I could read that. I've read that book multiple times. It is so good. So I was looking at the library and I realized that this book, I believe it said it was 2021 he released it. And so I was very excited to read it. I didn't even know he had come out with a new book because I don't follow him that closely. But I'm really enjoying it. I think it's a very good book. I'm only, I'm only 84 pages in, and I've just been enjoying it. He writes in such a way that he captivates me, and so I will just sit there and read for a very long time, and I won't even realize what time it is. It's one of those types of books that I really do enjoy, and he's just been able to do that with me with almost all his books. So that's when I know it's a really good author, is whenever you literally are in a different world and time just doesn't exist in that world anymore. So I've been really enjoying it. I think it's definitely going to be a 5-star. I'm sure it's going to make me cry at the end because all his books have like that tear-jerking effect, and I'm already kind of getting the hint just by reading the first couple pages. When you see, or even just reading what this book is about, you're beginning to be like, okay, you can tell it's going to be a really sad story. But he is such a good author, and I really do love reading all his books. But yeah, so that is it for today. I am sorry I don't have a ton to talk to you about with the knitting or anything like that. Like I said, it's just been kind of a slow week for me, but I wanted to be real with you guys and just say there's just some weeks you don't get a lot of knitting done. And I didn't want to not upload a video because whenever I don't upload a video, I just don't upload a video. So I wanted to actually upload a video even if I don't have a ton to share with you guys. But anyway, I am so excited that I'll get to share with you guys my DFW Fiberfest experience with y'all. So definitely keep your eyes open for that. That will be coming this next weekend. But anyway, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!